Switzerland. You can't call people for any special movement.
Is it not freedom of speech to use a megaphone in public?
Agenda 2030 and the Great Reset are being planned in this very building behind us.
We are not talking about politics.
You're here to uphold the law.
No, what if I don't give it to you? What happens then?
You don't want to know.
We're on our way to the World Economic Forum. We haven't quite got a named invite, but we're going to go and make our presence felt. As you know, the World Economic Forum is shaping global policies. They are deciding the fate of our future, influencing governments to impose increasingly restrictive, controlling measures upon us. Basically, they're just plotting how they can enslave us all. So it's very important that we address them and make our presence felt. Let them know that there's so many people in the world that know what they're up to and won't stand for all these agendas. Who elected the World Economic Forum? Funnily enough, Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, his dad actually worked for a company that made flamethrowers for the Nazis. Interesting fact there about the origins of the World Economic Forum. It should be an interesting trip. We're gonna fly into Milan and then we got about a 5-hour drive to get to Davos. Because it's not easy to get there. They deliberately make it very difficult to arrive there and extremely expensive. So we've had to maneuver quite a lot and figure out a way to actually get there on a budget. So thank you to everyone who's made this possible, and we would love to be able to do this further, so you can help us and support us via the peoplesplatform.co.uk, and the People's Platform will be at Davos in the next day. The scanning machines that just bombard you with radiation, even though the airport staff swore that it didn't, we know it does, and we opted for a pat down, which we were never able to do because we always get here very late. Only 1 in 4 people that are invited to Davos don't arrive on a private jet. Yet they're telling the rest of the world how they need to reduce their carbon tax when they're flying on private jets everywhere.
A new system, it would be a real democracy. Like, everyone has a say in what goes on. But the only issue is, bro, time will tell. Like, if that does happen, who's to say what's happening now won't happen again in the future? Like, when somebody's in control of something, everyone's a slave to them in a sense. It doesn't matter if it's like 99%, some voices will be blurred out in it, essentially. I study cybersecurity, and the way they explain like consumer analytics and whatnot is just data and numbers. Like, they don't see you, and customer ID, not customer name, not customer like, no, bro, you're an ID on a spreadsheet, and that's all it is about you. Like, they'll sell anything they can about you. Whatever they find out, you go to your doctor, that information is probably getting sold. We're just numbers. Yeah, bro. But what happens when the day comes when we can no longer be harvested? Like, when our use runs out, like, what would they do? A problem.
You need to come to our rallies, man. You need to come
I need to, man.
And check out what's going on, because there's a lot of people out there from all walks of life, from every religion, every race, every class, and we're all uniting against this common enemy that humanity has, which is the 1%. I'll see you on the 24th. Like what? We've touched down in Milan. Because we're on a budget, we've had to do this as cheaply as possible. It took us about 4 hours to devise the best route to actually get here. So from Milan, we're going to hire a car and we're going to drive 5 hours to Davos. So we're one step closer to going and showing these globalists who really has the power. And remember, humanity, when we stand together, it's over for the system. We need to find departure terminal 1, gate 10. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Where's this shuttle, man?
Go to departure level, terminal 1, gate number 10. I'm thinking when you go outside, there must be numbers. I feel like there's no more past that one.
I haven't a clue, fam. This is 9, bro. So we got to ask someone inside.
Yeah. Number 10.
Well, it stops at 9.
I think...
You think that way?
No, upstairs.
Upstairs?
Yeah.
How do we get upstairs? Okay. Grazie. Let's hope Davos is easier to find, because we're having a bit of difficulty. We're meant to be at number 10, and as you can see, it doesn't go past number 9. So let's hope Davos is very clearly signed up, because we ain't got a private jet to take us there. So donate.
Had the booking, but because we're late, 99 euros that we had to pay, because we can't even find this damn place. And Nacho here is just looking very vexed.
We are the 99 euros.
We're waiting to book another car. Looks like we're staying in Malpensa airport for a little while.
So in other countries, things seem to move at a slower pace. They're not as in a rush and as fast paced as London is, which can be a nice thing, but when you've got limited time, it can be slightly annoying. Another wonderful thing about Italy is this is the best water ever. But they need to hurry up, Carl. We need to get going. We need to go take down the globalists. We're looking for a Peugeot 208. I don't feel like this is where we're fucking meant to be. Why do you love catching me at my lowest point? Make sense of these instructions.
We're currently walking aimlessly. Oh, you got it!
We finally deciphered the instructions and have arrived at our lovely car that's actually going to take us to Davos tomorrow. So this Peugeot 208 is going to be the destruction of the globalist agenda. We have a nice boot space. I think we can fit maybe Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates in there if we can lower down the back seats. We did have a hybrid before, and I don't drive automatic, but I'm assuming it's going to be a lot easier.
You're saying, what, Lake Como?
Yeah, we're getting Lake Como. Are you jealous, girl? Behind me, you see the sunset in this beautiful setting. We were just talking about how tranquil and peaceful this is. We're running on fumes of sleep, so this is like the perfect sort of environment for us right now, just relaxing and chilling and calming. And we're just talking about like how natural and beautiful this setting is. But no matter what, these people have to corrupt it somehow. I don't know if you can see up in the sky, but the chemtrails escaped somehow. They had to do it. They had to. And also, what we were really appreciating is this water over here. Look how clear and pristine the water is. I feel like it's, if we compare it to like the River Thames, should we just say it's like slightly cleaner than the River Thames? But I can't imagine many people will be happily diving into the River Thames, right? In summer, you can imagine how bustling this is with people wanting to swim in this water. But yeah, don't let these evil globalists corrupt and poison our planet any more than they're doing. We need to stand up.
So right now, we've just got to the Airbnb. It is like 10 p.m, got no signal, and we don't have a clue where we're going right now. This is not looking good, guys. Milan. Fucking hell.
Bravo. Yes, we're looking for Airbnb.
Airbnb, okay. It's here, okay.
Oh.
Thank you, man.
Welcome to Italy.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God.
It's here.
This is not where the sun... Le Petit Noah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
No
it.
problem.
Grazie, man.
Grazie, brother. Grazie.
If we hadn't have been there, we wouldn't have found this. We ain't got no signal. How would we have found this? That's this, okay. Fuck, bro. I think this is a Rothschild conspiracy. It's not the black one, but the blue one turns. The blue one turns, but it doesn't seem to open anything.
One eternity later.
Look. Oh my God. Am I just retarded?
Yes! Hell yeah!
All right, we made it.
We made it. I made it, man.
The 0 degree weather. Fucking hell, this is gonna give us the best night's rest before we go and defeat the World Economic Forum.
All right, guys. We've just woken up. It's approximately 4 a.m. Yeah, we're very tired. We had hardly any sleep. Probably went to bed about 11. Nacho, what time did you go to bed last night?
Oh, bro. I think 11, but I couldn't get to sleep.
You couldn't get sleep?
I couldn't get to sleep. So for the last 2 nights, I've barely slept. I slept probably 2 hours the day before yesterday, and probably another 2 hours yesterday. So I don't know how I'm even operating. Wow. I have the energy, somehow.
Man, this is what sacrifices are about, man. You have to sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? We're on our way to Davos. It's approximately 5 a.m. in the morning. It's about a 3-hour drive right now. Fog was a little bit crazy, but it's dimmed down a little bit so we can see where we're going. It was crazy, man, I can't lie. Very scary, very scary. Oh, did you hear what the Canadian president and prime minister said? He said that he didn't force no one to take the vaccine.
And therefore, while not forcing anyone to get vaccinated.
Where did he say that?
Yesterday.
From a journalist or when confronted by a journalist?
Yeah, nah, I think in the interview. Yeah, we're in Switzerland right now. That's a twist and turns, man. Doesn't get more serious than this. No one can't say we're not real. I want to say that we're like fake, phony. This is showing you that we really care. This is what it's all about, man. This is, yeah, it's gonna look crazy, man. We've just arrived at Davos. We're here. Actually found some parking. We arrived. This journey's been very eventful. We were stopped by the police.
Blockade.
Getting security checked. They were asking what we were doing. Looking like it's going to be very tense, guys. This is God's work, man. That's what I can say. Like, this ain't no joke. This ain't normal evangelizing. This is extraordinary. This is different. I hope you really take us in, man. I hope you really do take us in.
I'm really tired, guys. I've had like 4 hours of sleep and now I have to go megaphone the wealthiest, most evil, sinister, influential people on the planet who control our governments. Support the revolution, or we need to change things. Otherwise we're going to have very, very bleak futures. So this is the grand entrance to the World Economic Forum. The people who are currently constructing global policies, and not for the people's benefit. Right here are where world deals get made about how they're going to progress Agenda 2030 and the Great Reset, digital ID, climate crisis, where the wealthiest, richest people on the planet devise methods to essentially enslave humanity. But
behind me is the World Economic Forum. This is where annually world leaders and the most influential and powerful people on the planet meet up to discuss global policy changes. This unelected, undemocratic organization, which many of us realize is planning very sinister agendas for humanity. Plans which will mean less and less freedom for all of us. Agenda 2030 and the Great Reset are being planned in this very building behind us. We as the people realize the nefarious nature of this organization. Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, made some very concerning comments. They've created videos telling us that they plan for us to own nothing and be happy. They are talking about implanting microchips in people.
Dans nos cerveaux ou dans notre peau.
This is a sinister agenda. They are essentially planning to completely enslave us. They want to impose cashless systems upon us. They want to lock us into 15-minute cities. They are devising excuses to control you, to limit our freedoms.
during the lockdown, we saw governments in the UK tell us when we can leave our home, what we need to inject into our body to continue basically being a part of society. This organization behind us puppeteers governments, and they don't have our best interests. So it's time that we as humanity stand up, rise up, and create alternative systems that actually serve the interests of humanity. Excuse me, sir. So are you anything to do with the World Economic Forum here today?
Yes, at one of the events.
Okay, awesome, awesome. What's your part to play?
I will be pitching as a health tech startup about our solution in healthcare.
Brilliant, brilliant. Are you familiar with the founder, Klaus Schwab?
I am not.
Okay. The founder of the World Economic Forum, he made a video stating that he plans for people to own nothing and be happy. It's a very sort of infamous quote. How do you feel about this idea that everything should maybe be pushed towards renting and ownership, private ownership is taken away from people?
Yeah, well, I mean, if we start looking at it on a spiritual level, our time on this planet is rented. And if we look at it on that context, everything we have is temporary.
The idea of depopulation is something also that is quite prominent in the World Economic Forum sector. How do you feel about this idea that there's too many people on the planet and we need to figure out ways? Like Bill Gates, for example, has on many occasions spoken about how we need to vastly reduce the population of the world through vaccine programs. And to the normal person, to someone maybe from the outside looking in, it's quite concerning.
Actually, I have a differing view on that. I don't think our society needs to be depopulated. I think we should thrive as a society.
I agree.
And increase, and that's what any species wants to do, right? We can definitely make systems to improve efficiencies and how we're utilizing energy resources, and I think that's where our focus should be. But overall, I think we can keep on populating the planet, and hopefully someday become a spacefaring species as well.
Thank you. I agree that we should go forth and prosper and reproduce. I think that's kind of what we were put on this planet to do.
Exactly.
Garrett.
Yeah.
Awesome to meet you, Garrett. Garrett,
Nice to
we're
meet you.
doing some interviews today.
Okay.
We're trying to get a bit of an understanding of the flavour of people that attend the World Economic Forum.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be your best person, but
Listen, your contribution will be valuable. Garrett, so what are you doing at the World Economic Forum today? What's your part to play?
I am here to accompany my boss and team and support them in whatever which way I can.
What is your team? What's your company?
I work for a tech investment firm, all like software tech-enabled services businesses.
Based out of America?
Based in New York, yep.
Awesome. Are you familiar with the idea of digital IDs and social credit scores?
I know what digital IDs are, not social. What social credit scores, do they have them in China?
They have them in China, yeah.
Okay.
This where your social media and all your behavior as a citizen is basically stored in a centralized place. And essentially, the government have the ability to score you based on your behaviors, or whether you get like a minor parking fine and your score will go down. It's quite a dystopian system, but it's becoming more popular across the Western world. Recently, the UK has announced a mandatory digital ID system, which many people worry is going to be used similar to...
In due time?
Yes. What do you think of digital IDs and that general?
I think, again, there's like levels to it. Like, I don't know what the crux of like a pure play digital ID is, but when you start talking about things like social credit scores, that's not something that necessarily resonates with me. I, in and of itself, think very highly of myself, but I have my own intrinsic flaws, and so I don't know if I would want someone watching over my back and
absolutely
and scoring me in a certain respect.
I don't think most people would.
Yeah.
Do you think that humans should own nothing and be happy?
It really depends on the use case.
All the capital in the world is here.
All the capital in the world?
All the capital in the world.
The wealthiest people, you mean?
All the largest banks, all the biggest custodians of assets, all the major decision makers, as we saw yesterday, as we see today.
And what's your part to play in all of this?
We're an investment bank out of the Caribbean, out of Jamaica.
Okay.
So, like many investment banks, we're partners of the forum.
I know that a topic that is largely spoken about at the World Economic Forum is this idea of depopulation, or the fact that we're overpopulated and we need to figure out strategies to lower the population of the planet. Is this something you're familiar with?
Honestly, I haven't seen a single session on that. I think that might all be,
false.
More hype than...
First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
Bill Gates, who's part of the World Economic Forum...
I haven't seen him here.
Mr. Gates, I'm a student from Columbia. I'm building a startup that aims to democratize access to education.
He has been here. Well, he's definitely been here in the past, and he's spoken
like a lot
about...
of people have been here in the past.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think it might... I haven't seen any of that on the agenda.
Regarding the financial system, since that's your area, do you think that we are close to a potential financial crash and perhaps a reset of the financial system involving cryptocurrencies, replacing fiat currencies?
Yeah, I think that the debt problem in the US is major. Obviously, the debt, we have $37 trillion in debt. That's an issue, and hopefully the AI will make up for that loss. Will create such epic value that loss won't be realized. But things look really good on the economic side in the US. Certainly the crypto markets, not doing terribly. But invest in assets, guys, because the dollar...
Gold, silver?
Gold, silver, the dollar's just becoming more and more worthless.
in Switzerland. You can't call people for any special movement.
Is it not freedom of speech to use a megaphone in public?
No, it's forbidden.
We're not here for politics, you know. We are not talking about politics.
You're here to uphold the law.
I'm talking to you that you can't use this.
But then you're suppressing my freedom of speech, surely. What's happening right now is the police have very politely stopped me and they've told me that I'm not allowed to use the megaphone, but they can't seem to cite under which law I'm not allowed to use the megaphone. And now they've told me that you're confiscating my megaphone, but I can get it back on the way out.
Yeah.
What if I don't give you my megaphone? What happens
You
then?
will get it.
No, what if I don't give it to you?
What happens then?
You don't want to know that.
I'll give it up. I'm just asking. Wasn't expecting that, but luckily we did get some megaphone in before. I didn't want to tell her that. I did kind of want to throw in a little cheeky jab. Be like, I've done my megaphone in for the day. Maybe secretly they want to go and practice megaphone. Maybe. We're currently finally driving out of Davos. It's been an intense couple of days, hours of driving. Today alone, by the time we get to the airport, I would have driven for about 9 hours. The police, although they were very polite and you can kind of say they were professional, they confiscated my megaphone and told me that I could retrieve it once I was leaving. They just didn't want me to use it. And I went to the police station and the police station said, oh no, actually you've got to come back Tuesday.
You can have it back, but you have to come to pick it up.
I fly back today.
Yeah, but that's not.
Where is the megaphone?
I don't know, at the police of Geneva, but not here.
So they basically stole my megaphone. So that was quite annoying. I wasn't sure what to expect with some of the attendants to the World Economic Forum, and what I was sort of pleasantly surprised that a lot of them aren't familiar with some of the more concerning topics that get discussed at the WEF, such as depopulation, such as social credit scores and implanting microchips into people. And many of the attendants, they disagree with many of those measures. So that was quite pleasantly surprising, but I guess it also comments on how naive people are. How naive they even are to the true nature of what the World Economic Forum actually does. A lot of the attendants didn't know who Klaus Schwab was. It's interesting to know that most of us actually research the World Economic Forum more than those who actually attend it. There's been a lot of bad sort of luck. I've smashed my wing mirror 10 minutes before I got to Davos. I drove for 5 hours in difficult conditions, in the dark, completely fine, and then I smashed the flipping wing mirror 10 minutes before. The banner that we printed a really cool banner of Klaus Schwab saying you own nothing and be happy, and we lost that. So there's been a lot of mishaps, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. This is only possible because people support us. So thank you so much. The tide is shifting. Like every day, more and more people become aware. These people of what's going on and the sinister nature of these organizations. They have had massive head start in formulating these plans. But we're catching up. Humanity is catching up, and quickly. We are standing up. We are the people. We are the power. We are the 99%.